You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the Win Show on KZKO. Take part with the cast by sending your suggestions for each segment throughout the week or during the show by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, Twitter at World Improv Net, or the Win KZKO blog. Now, enjoy the show. It's local. It's global. You are listening to Win World Local News.
Win World Local News with Potter Smittss. Our top story is brought to us by Win Twitter correspondent Trent of Madison, Wisconsin. In lieu of recent airstrikes on bunker terrorist positions in the Middle East, homeowners worldwide are wondering if airstrikes could also be effective on eradicating nesting mice. To carpet bomb the story, let's go live to Win military analyst Colonel Sanders in Fort Knox, Kentucky. Colonel Sanders?
Thank you, Potter. The mood here is curious, as folks are lined up around Fort Knox with one question on their mind. How do we get rid of all these mice? So, I'm talking to military expert scientist, General Horatio Glover. General, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, now you've been at the forefront of mice eradication research, and what have you found to be the most effective method of mice eradication on a worldwide scale?
On a worldwide scale, well, to be honest, we're still figuring that out, but I can tell you this, that people in their own homes, just a good old-fashioned boot can do it, and thus far we are just trying to extrapolate the boot technology to a more global global level.
So this boot technology, sir, you are putting the power in the hands of the people, in the feet of the people, I guess I should say.
Well, that's right. We don't want on a global level. On a global level, no.
But on a local household level,
yes. See, on the global level, what we're looking at is some kind of super boot, probably a chemical weapon, chemical. Oh, and as you can see in the testing field right now, it seems
very impressive.
Thank you. We've this is technology we've been working on for quite a while now, and you can see all these folks are curious. How are we gonna be? Oh, what a show, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the other thing. It's just fun to blow stuff up, you know. You know, it's fun, really. I mean, who cares if we figure it out? But it's. Oh, wait! Here it comes! Oh!
Now,
favorite part of the job.
You know, sometimes the military is the greatest stress reliever.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You ever sit behind a twin carbine muzzle detonator and just let loose?
Ooh. After I divorced my first wife, that's how I spent the entire next week.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I bet that. And how'd that feel?
Oh, it was great. I pictured every rock with her face on it and just blasted away.
Well done. So,
General, I do have one question about the specifics of the super boot delivery system.
Yes.
Traditionally, most missiles that we see are shaped long and thin and cylindrical, but the boot shape of the super boot, one would not think is very aerodynamic, but as we've seen from these demonstrations, quite an accurate delivery system.
Yes, well, you see, the boot shape, you're right, it does not allow for long-distance travel, but it does send the missile into a spiral. And you can see at the tip of the boot, there's a nozzle, and that's where the chemical, the eradicating chemical, is shooting out from. And so that cyclical movement that the boot is doing is allowing for a faster evacuation of that gas from the boot missile.
And the quicker that gas is released, the sooner the mice die.
Correct.
Oh. Well, General... Oh, thank you, General Glover. Potter, I wish you were here to see this. It's quite a display. Back to you.
Well, thank you, Colonel. I appreciate that reporting. That's very well done and very informative. So let's go now to a story brought to us by Win Facebook contributor Bubba from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. A major brawl broke out at a NASCAR race over the weekend, making sports fans debate what's more exciting, bar fights or car crashes. Let's go live to Win Sports Report Fired Up Frank in Charlotte, North Carolina with the analysis and interview. Fired up?
Oh, thank you, Potter. Well, you have to excuse me. I'm a little winded. I just escaped from a massive brawl in the downtown area here. I was at a local Old Chicago's, and just a bar fight broke out. It was crazy. Now I'm here with the organizer of that bar fight. Sir, please state your name. I did not meet you in the melee.
My name's Matt Luke.
Mr. Luke, now, you organized, I must say, a heck of a bar fight. You got 20 people going immediately. What draws you to these bar fights?
Well, the thing is, you don't know who you're gonna get, man. You know, just people come out of the walls. You know, they're coming from every direction, and you just gotta be on your toes. It's not like a boxing fight where you're just going mano a mano. All right, man. Like you gotta be on your toes. It heightens the senses. It pumps the adrenaline.
Now I can see you're obviously shirtless, as everyone in a bar fight is, but you are well tattooed, and I see over your heart is a Dale Earnhardt 3, but with an X through it.
Yeah.
So, I take it you used to be a fan?
Well, right now he's my number one target. I want to get in the bar. I want to get in the bar with Earnhardt.
You do. Well, maybe would you settle for his son? Because I believe he's passed away. I hate to break this news to you.
What?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, Mr. Luke.
Man.
But you're going to have to find a new dream.
Well, but you said he's got a son?
He does. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Junior? Well, then I'm after Junior.
Oh, you're going to have to get a 16 tattooed on you. He's number 16.
I can't afford the ink right now, man.
So you don't follow NASCAR at all?
Oh, no way. I stopped a long time ago. There just weren't. I watched like 3 races and there were no crashes, and I said, forget it.
So the only reason you were watching was for the crash?
Yeah, that's what I was anticipating. That's what I was expecting, and it didn't happen. So I went to the bar, and the first thing that happened, there was a fight. So I knew where the action was.
Yeah, and you felt alive in that moment.
Oh, man, that's when I feel most alive. That's when I feel in tip-top condition. That's when I feel like my whole being is engaged with the world. And that's when I feel at peace with myself.
It's an inspiring story. Matt Luke, Potter, back to you from North Carolina, where a fight's about to break out on the street!
Oh, no!
Oh, well, thank you, Fired Up. I hope you don't come back with a broken nose or a broken hip. Our next story is brought to us by Win Facebook contributor Wayne of Boise, Idaho. A man fell off a cliff while sleepwalking during a camping trip, only to survive the fall. To plunge deeper into the story, let's chat live with Win survival expert Les Stroud, who is interviewing the survivor of the fall himself. Les?
Hi, yes, I'm here with, this is Greg Winifred. Greg Winifred.
Yep, that's me.
Wow.
The surviving man.
What a plunge.
It was, I'll be honest, I don't remember any of it. I was dreaming at the time. I was actually in a bird's nest. And I awoke to pain and a lot of bruising at the bottom of a cliff. And just happy to be alive.
Now, have you ever gone through this scenario before? I mean, you're giddy.
Oh, absolutely. I fall asleep in a lot of strange places, and I wake up in even stranger ones. As a child, I fell out of my house. As a teenager, I walked into traffic, out of my car and into traffic, and I just, you know what? I always live.
And you're not at all concerned. You're not at all concerned.
Oh, of course.
I mean, you could die.
I could, but I haven't yet. And I'm waiting. I'm not going to know when it happens. Let's be honest here. But every time I go out there, I'm playing the lottery. What's going to happen? Am I going to fall asleep and die? Or what strange new place am I going to wake up in?
Where does your optimism come from?
Life experience, really. Just knowing that there must be something somewhere out there, someone or something just watching over me.
What's your favorite spot that you've woken up in?
Oh, boy, I tell you, I woke up in a freezer in a Baskin-Robbins once.
No way.
Absolutely. I don't know how I opened it. It was 3 a.m. It was closed down, and I woke up. I was cold, had some icicles on my nose, but I had all the ice cream I could eat until morning, so there's a positive to everything.
Favorite flavor?
Mint chocolate chip.
Oh, classic.
Yeah.
So what new terrain will you be exploring for your next plunge?
Well, I'm going up to Alaska, to Denali National Park, and we're just going to walk around and see where I fall asleep and find out where I end up. They got a lot of big peaks out there. Maybe I'll climb Mount McKinley. I don't know. I don't know if it will have happened or not.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Winifred. Back to you, Potter.
Well, thank you, Les. I appreciate that. That was a very inspiring story. Well, I'd like to go to the World Sports Desk right now with Fired Up Frank. However, he got knocked out in that bar fight in Charlotte. So let's just go to, the Wind World weather reporter, Daisy Rainmaker, who's on the Orient Express. Daisy, what are you doing on the Orient Express?
I'm thinking, I got a cabin by myself, and I'm just thinking about, how women are treated, and I was thinking about that, what, Emma Watson?
Oh, Emma Watson, yes.
And, just what she's trying to do, and, what am I doing? Do I want to be a weather girl, or maybe I want to be a carpenter, or maybe I want to be a train conductor, or a detective. I don't know. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. And all I know, though, is that I need to give myself the chance. I don't feel like I've done that. And this train ride is an opportunity for me to do that. And it's also really pretty outside.
Well, thank you, Daisy. I hope you make it to the Orient successfully. And thank you all for listening to Wind World Local News. I'm Potter Smittss. Stay tuned for Community Court next on the World Improv Network.
Give the Windcast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or the KZKO Wind blog during the commercial break of a case that needs to be heard during Community Court. Next on KZKO.
You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.